Baby Bear and the Wide, Wonderful World. Once upon a time, tucked deep into the soft, shadowy folds of a hillside, there was a den. A den is a cozy little home, usually dug into the earth or hidden among rocks, where an animal lives. Inside this den lived a small, round, honey-brown cub named Baby Bear. Baby Bear's whole world was the den. It smelled of warm moss and old pine needles, and the walls were soft with dust that had settled over many quiet seasons. Every morning, he woke up curled beside his mother, Mother Bear, who was large and gentle, with a deep, rumbling voice that sounded like distant thunder rolling far away. She brought him berries in the mornings, fish in the evenings, and at night she wrapped her big paw around him like a blanket made of fur and heartbeat. Baby Bear had never once stepped outside. He knew the outside world only through the small circle of light that spilled through the mouth of the cave, a golden coin of sunshine that moved slowly across the stone floor as the day went on. Sometimes he would sit at the very edge of the shadow, as far as he dared to go, and watch birds flit past, and wonder what the wind might feel like on his fur. "Not yet, little one," Mother Bear would say, nudging him gently back into the dark, warm safety of the den. "The world outside is big, too big for now." And Baby Bear, trusting and content, would nod and curl back up beside her. One morning, Baby Bear woke to find the den empty. At first, he wasn't worried. Mother Bear often left early to search for food, and she always returned by the time the golden coin of sunlight reached the back wall. So Baby Bear waited. He nibbled on a few dried berries left in the corner. He watched the light creep slowly across the floor. He hummed a little tune Mother Bear used to hum to him. But the light reached the back wall and crawled up it and faded into evening, and Mother Bear did not come. Baby Bear told himself, "She will be back tomorrow." But tomorrow came, and so did the next day, and the day after that. The den, once so warm and full of her scent, began to feel unbearably still. The silence pressed in on him like a heavy blanket. His belly ached with hunger, and a small cold feeling, one he had never felt before, began to grow in his chest. It was the feeling of being alone. He tried to be brave. He told himself stories in the dark. He pretended Mother Bear's old scarf, left folded in the corner, was her arm around him. But loneliness, the sad, empty feeling of being by yourself, is a heavy thing for a small bear to carry, and by the 5th day, his stomach growled so loudly it startled him, and the last dried berry had long since been eaten. Baby Bear sat at the mouth of the den, staring out at that golden coin of light, larger now than he had ever seen it, because he was closer to it than ever before. "I have to find food," he thought, his small heart thudding. "I have to find her. I have to be brave, just this once." And with a trembling breath, Baby Bear stepped out of the den for the very first time in his life. The world outside was enormous and dazzling. The sunlight was warmer than he'd ever imagined, golden and soft, spilling across a meadow bursting with tall grass and wildflowers in every color, coral pink, sunshine yellow, and delicate white petals that trembled in the breeze. The air smelled entirely different from the den. It smelled green, like crushed grass, and blooming flowers and something sweet drifting from the flowers themselves. Baby Bear had never smelled anything so alive. He took one tentative, careful and a little nervous step forward, then another. The grass tickled his paws. Somewhere nearby, a bee buzzed lazily between blossoms, and a butterfly the color of a sunset drifted past his nose, close enough that he flinched. For a long moment, Baby Bear simply stood there, overwhelmed, blinking in the bright light. Everything was so big. The sky stretched on forever, blue and endless, dotted with soft clouds. The meadow rolled out in every direction like a green and gold ocean. His stomach growled again, reminding him why he had come. Slowly, carefully, he began to explore. He found a cluster of wild berries growing low beneath a fern and remembered, faintly, the way Mother Bear used to sniff them before eating, check in for ripeness. He copied her, sniffing each berry, and when he finally took a bite, the sweetness burst across his tongue, tart and sugary all at once. It was the best thing he had ever tasted, made even better by the fact that he had found it all on his own. "I did it," he whispered to no one, and something warm bloomed in his chest, something like pride. Over the next few days, Baby Bear learned. He learned which flowers hid the sweetest nectar and which berries made his tummy ache if eaten too soon. He learned to dig for roots with his claws and to listen for the trickle of a stream when he grew thirsty. Each small success, each tiny victory over hunger or fear, made him feel a little bit stronger, a little bit braver, a little more like he could survive in this enormous world after all. It was on the fourth day of his adventure, as Baby Bear was carefully turning over a mossy log to look for grubs, that he heard a small, panicked squeak. He looked up to see a fluffy gray rabbit tangled in a thorny bramble bush, her long ears caught fast in the twisting branches, her eyes wide with fright. "Help! Oh, please, somebody help!" she cried. Baby Bear hesitated only a moment before shuffling over. Gently, so gently, using his big, soft paws with more care than he knew he possessed, he pressed down the thorny branches one by one, freeing first her ears, then her paws, until the little rabbit tumbled free onto the grass. "Oh, thank you," she gasped, shaking out her fur. Then she looked up at him properly and blinked in surprise. "You're a bear cub. I didn't know bears could be so gentle." "I didn't either," Baby Bear admitted, and they both laughed. A warm, easy laugh, like they had known each other far longer than a few minutes. Her name was Pip, and she was clever, quick, and endlessly curious, with a habit of twitching her nose when she was thinking hard. Where Baby Bear was slow and thoughtful, Pip was fast and full of ideas. They made somehow a perfect pair. "Have you ever seen the Whispering Woods?" Pip asked, hopping in an excited little circle. "Or tasted honeycomb straight from a hollow tree? Or watched fireflies wake up at dusk?" Baby Bear shook his head at each question, and Pip's eyes sparkled. "Then it's settled," she declared. "I shall show you everything." And so began the gentle adventures of Baby Bear and Pip. they explored the whispering woods together, where tall trees leaned close and their leaves rustled secrets to one another in the wind. Pip taught Baby Bear to hop across smooth stepping stones over a babbling brook, and though he splashed clumsily into the water the first 3 times, by the 4th try, he crossed with only damp paws and a triumphant grin. They found a hollow tree dripping with golden honeycomb, and Baby Bear discovered that honey tasted even better, shared with a friend, than eaten alone. They lay on their backs in the meadow at dusk, watching fireflies blink awake one by one like tiny floating lanterns, and Pip taught him the names of the brightest stars as they emerged in the deepening sky. Each night, they curled up together beneath a sheltering bush or a soft patch of moss, not quite as warm as the den, perhaps, but full of a different kind of comfort, the comfort of companionship, of not being alone. Slowly, without quite noticing it happening, Baby Bear changed. The frightened cub who had trembled at the mouth of his den became sturdier, surer of his steps, quicker to laugh, and unafraid of the wide sky above him. He still thought of Mother Bear often, and missed her rumbling voice, but the cold, lonely feeling in his chest had softened into something gentler, a quiet hope that he might see her again someday, paired with a growing confidence that he no longer needed her to survive. Many weeks later, as autumn began to paint the edges of the leaves gold and crimson, Baby Bear and Pip were following a familiar ridge above the meadow when a large, warm, unmistakable shape appeared at the tree line ahead. Baby Bear's breath caught. Mother? Mother Bear turned, and for a moment, neither of them moved. She looked older somehow, and a little thinner, and Baby Bear later learned she had been caught far from home when an early storm swept through, and had spent many long days finding her way back, worrying endlessly about the cub she'd left behind. Baby Bear, she breathed, and there were tears of relief shining in her dark eyes. My little one, you've grown. Baby Bear ran to her, and she wrapped him in a hug so warm and familiar, it nearly brought tears to his own eyes. But this hug felt different than all the ones before. He was not clinging to her out of fear or helplessness. He was hugging her because he loved her, freely, warmly, as an equal rather than a frightened cub. I was so scared, he admitted softly into her fur. But I learned to take care of myself. I found food. I made a friend. He gestured to Pip, who gave a small, polite wave with one paw. I'm not afraid of the world anymore, Mama. Mother Bear pulled back and looked at him, really looked at him, and saw not her helpless cub, but a young, capable bear standing tall in the autumn light, his fur gleaming, his eyes bright with newfound courage. I can see that, she said, her voice thick with a bittersweet, a feeling that is both happy and a little sad at the same time, kind of pride. You don't need me the way you used to, do you? I'll always need you, Mama, Baby Bear said gently, but not the same way, not anymore. They stayed together a while longer, sharing berries and old memories beneath the golden autumn sky. But when the sun began to dip low, painting the meadow in soft amber light, Baby Bear knew it was time. I want to keep exploring, he told her, taking her large paw in his smaller one. There's still so much of the world I haven't seen, but I'll come visit, I promise. Mother Bear pressed her nose gently against his forehead, a bear's kiss, warm and full of love. Go on then, my brave little bear. The world is lucky to have you in it. With one last lingering hug, Baby Bear said goodbye. Not a sad goodbye, but a hopeful one, the kind that comes with a promise of returning. Then he turned, and with Pip hopping cheerfully at his side, he walked toward the horizon, where the sky was turning soft shades of lavender and rose, ready for whatever gentle adventure came next. And as the stars began to blink awake overhead, Baby Bear looked up at the vast, glittering sky and smiled, no longer afraid of how big the world was, but grateful for it, and for every wonderful thing still waiting to be discovered. The end. The moral of the story. Growing up doesn't mean forgetting the ones who loved us first. It means carrying their love with us as we learn to stand on our own. Baby Bear's fear, hunger, and loneliness were not punishments, but the very things that pushed him toward courage, friendship, and independence. True strength is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to take that first tentative step outside the den anyway. And the sweetest goodbyes are not sad ones, but the kind spoken with a full heart, between two people who know that love does not need to hold on tightly to remain